Hold up. Let's get this thing right. Gotta get the show popping first, y'all. We gotta get the right one. All right, so bear with me. Why my old show keep coming up on here? What up? What up? What up? Is my mics good? Are we good on? Are we good on YouTube? Are we good on Instagram? Somebody give me a hallelujah. Are we good? My brother said we good. Are we good on? Are we good on YouTube? What's up, Yusef? Now I'm gonna say this, y'all. If I always say if I'm wrong about something, don't wait till I get off of here and see a video that say, "Well, Sabir, you was a liar and that's fraud and it's a scam and you lied." So if I'm lying about anything, I want y'all to come on the feed with some facts, not your feelings. Okay? Are we good on that? Are we good on this? Let me make sure we good. Let me clean my screen for y'all. Okay? What's up, brother Yusef? What's up, my brother O? Please share this out on Twitter if you have Twitter. Okay? And if see my brother Percy's around, see if Percy want to jump on the feed with me too. You taking too long, Sabir? No, I didn't even start. I haven't even been on this joint for 5 minutes yet. Haven't even been on for 5 minutes. So I want everybody to come to YouTube also. Okay. I just don't want people to get on feed and be like, yo, brother, I missed what you were saying. What's your point? What's your point, brother? Because it's Black Power. So if you have Twitter, please tweet this out at this moment. If you have Twitter. If you my Twitter handle is real Sabir Bey. Okay. RealSabirbey. I had to spell it for some of you people. So real Sabir Bey on Twitter. Okay. All right. And shout out to everybody that had a solar return, man. I can't say everybody, but I can't go by with everybody's name, but shout out to anyone that had a solar return. Okay. So y'all ready to rock with me? So y'all see somebody come on the feed late, tell them they gotta rewind the video, B, or just come on the feed with me. Okay. Are we good? Are we good? Let's get this thing started. I'm gonna put the link up for everybody to join the feed. Let's go. Live from Cali.
Homeland and hip hop. To think about the origins of hip hop in this culture and also about homeland security is to see that there are, at the very least, two worlds in America. One of the well-to-do and another of the struggling. For if ever there was the absence of homeland security, it is seen in the gritty roots of hip hop. For the music arises from a generation that feels, with some justice, that they have been betrayed by those who came before them, that they are, at best, tolerated in schools, feared on the streets, and almost inevitably destined for the hellholes of prison. They grew up hungry, hated, and unloved. And this is the psychic fuel that generates the anger that seems endemic in much of the music and poetry. One senses very little hope above the personal goals of wealth to climb above the pit of poverty. In the broader society, the opposite is true. For here, more than any other place on earth, wealth is so widespread and so bountiful that what passes for the middle class in America could pass for the upper class in most of the rest of the world. Their very opulence and relative wealth makes them insecure, and homeland security is a governmental phrase that is as oxymoronic, as crazy as, say, military intelligence or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Come on, y'all.
They're just words that have very little relationship to reality. Now, do you feel safer now? Do you think you will anytime soon? Do you think duct tape and Kleenex and color codes will make you safer? From death row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
Y'all want to hear that one more time? Let's run it back. Run it back. Somebody asked me about Turkish. Come on the feet and ask me that question.
Homeland and hip hop. To think about the origins of hip hop in this culture, and also about homeland security, is to see that there are, at the very least, two worlds in America. One of the well-to-do and another of the struggling. For if ever there was the absence of homeland security, it is seen in the gritty roots of hip-hop. For the music arises from a generation that feels, with some justice, that they have been betrayed by those who came before them, that they are, at best, tolerated in schools, feared on the streets, and almost inevitably destined for the hellholes of prison. They grew up hungry, hated, and unloved. And this is the psychic fuel that generates the anger that seems endemic in much of the music and poetry. One senses very little hope above the personal goals of wealth to climb above the pit of poverty. In the broader society, the opposite is true. For here, more than any other place on earth, wealth is so widespread and so bountiful that what passes for the middle class in America could pass for the upper class in most of the rest of the world.
Come on the feed. Stop acting like, stop typing.
And relative wealth makes them insecure, and homeland security is a governmental phrase that is as oxymoronic, as crazy as, say, military intelligence or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Come on, it's open for y'all.
They're just words that have very little relationship to reality. Now, do you feel safer now? Do you think you will anytime soon? Do you think duct tape and Kleenex and color codes will make you safer? From death row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
Come on, hit the link, y'all. Closed mouths don't get fed. What up, bruh? So let me share this with y'all on this feed. What's up, brother Marcus? All of y'all should know who Mumia Abu Jamal is. Do you know over 20-something years ago, I got in radio because of Mumia? I'm not talking about this YouTube stuff that y'all watch now. I've been in radio for a long time. So I got in radio because of this man, Mumia Abu Jamal. Go look him up. Look him up since you're a pro-black power person, right? Go look him up. Okay? Y'all can all hit the link and come on the feed and talk to me. But the crazy part about this, I do my research thoroughly. And this is why none of your cats that y'all see on social media want to step to me on no level of this. None of them. So you can share it out and we can have this dialogue. You better research the hell out of Sabir Bey before you better start asking questions, B. And if you want, the only person you can really ask is come ask me. Live. Expose that motherfucker while I'm live. So if you don't know who Mumia Abu Jamal is, y'all should research him. Okay? Are y'all ready? Let's see what Mumia talked about with Palestine. Y'all ready? Or Philistine. Let's see what Mumia said about it. In jail. He's in jail. He's the dopest journalist in motherfucking prison for over 20-something, almost 30 years. He might have been 30 years. Might have been over 30 years by now. It might have been longer. But he is the baddest journalist that's out here. Matter of fact, he ain't even out here. He behind bars. But let me let y'all hear Mumia on Palestine. Let's go. Lines open, y'all.
Palestine at the UN, nationhood. Before the month is out, leaders of the Palestine Authority are expected to formally proclaim statehood before the United Nations, the latest effort to escape the deadly trap posed by an alleged ally, the U.S., and an avowed enemy, Israel. Although such a proposal is enormously popular in a vast majority of member states, and thus would easily pass by majority vote, it would undoubtedly be rejected by the United States, a member of the decisive Security Council. But while the U.S. may veto the motion, in a political sense, it strengthens the beleaguered and struggling Palestinian political class, for they will doubtless use this opportunity to illustrate how the U.S., even since President George W. Bush, talks about Palestinian statehood, but when they try to advance towards it, guess which country emerges as its prime obstruction?
Listen.
While such an event would not dash Palestinian dreams of nationhood, it may extinguish forever the illusion of U.S. neutrality. It may also show how the UN is an instrument of the powerful and a bane to the powerless. After half a century, Palestine has been shredded by the Israeli occupation, with losses to its lands, its water, and its population. It is today little more than an open-air prison, surrounded by walls, caged in, and neither the U.S. nor the UN has any intention to relieve its misery. Indeed, before there was a UN, when it was called the League of Nations, that body granted power to Britain, which held power over the lands as a so-called trusteeship. The British ceded large swaths of Palestinian territories to Jews fleeing racist terror in Europe. Notice, swaths of another's territory, none of its own. Their struggle for true nationhood, for independence, can only continue. From death row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal.
These commentaries are recorded by Noel Hanrahan of Prison Radio.
That's Mumia. That was in 2011. Did y'all catch that? That was in 2011. You understand how and why you got dudes on social media, dude, don't have no balls, Bree. You have people in radio have no heart and no balls. This man is behind bars telling you about Palestine. That was in 2011. He was talking about open air prison. Where's all the celebrities at? Where the celebrities at stepping up on this? Come on, y'all. Let's go share it out. Y'all better tweet this out. Where they at? Let's go a little further with Mumia. Okay, let's go some more. Mumia is a bad journalist, even in jail, talking about Palestine. Let's go forward, y'all. Y'all ready? You want some more?
Toward a new Jerusalem, America as the new Israel. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hid. Nor do men light a lamp and put it under a bushel, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father, who is in heaven. Jesus Christ, the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5:14-16. When he shall make us a praise and glory, that men shall say of succeeding plantations, the Lord make it like that of New England. For we must consider that we shall be as a city upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us, so that if we shall deal falsely with our God in this work we have undertaken, and to cause him to withdraw his present help from us, we shall be made a story and a byword through the world. We shall open the mouths of enemies to speak evil of the ways of God in all professors for God's sake. John Winthrop, Governor, Massachusetts Bay Colony, City upon a Hill, 1630. I have been guided by the standard John Winthrop set before his shipments on the flagship Arbella 331 years ago, as they, too, faced the task of building a new government on a perilous frontier. We must always consider, he said, that we shall be as a city upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us. Today, the eyes of all people are truly upon us, and our governments, in every branch, at every level, national, state, and local, must be as a city upon a hill, constructed and inhabited by men
aware of their great trust and their great responsibilities. President-elect John F. Kennedy, 1961. I've spoken of the shining city all my political life, but I don't know if I've ever quite communicated what I saw when I said it. But in my mind, it was a tall, proud city built on rocks, stronger than oceans, windswept, God-blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds, living in harmony and peace. A city with free ports that hummed with commerce and creativity. And if there had to be city walls, the walls had doors, and the doors were open to anyone with the will and the heart to get here. That's how I saw it and see it still. President Ronald Reagan, 1989.
Damn, this dude was good.
Americans know that our future is brighter and better than these troubled times. We still believe in the hope, the promise, and the dream of America. We still believe in that shining city on the hill. Presidential candidate Mitt Romney, 2012.
Damn,
Almost 400 years have passed since John Winthrop wrote the words, "We shall be as a city upon a hill. The eyes of all people are upon us." Words that have come to define and bolster the myth known as American exceptionalism. And like any giant lie, this fiction is responsible for the massive bloodstains splattered across the canvas of American history. Centuries of Holocaust and enslavement, accompanied by centuries of the always in vogue reality of perpetual state-sanctioned terror, also known as the murder and mayhem of war. American leaders have been invoking this mythical city upon a hill since Winthrop paraphrased the Sermon on the Mount to justify the land grab about to take place with its subsequent atrocities heaped upon the Pequot and Narragansett Indians, brutal massacres often launched against non-combatants. Governor Winthrop even declared the colony a vacuum, concluding that the indigenous inhabitants had no legal right or standing to their land. It was as if the existent population simply did not exist. And soon, that would be fact. Winthrop and all the latter-day propagandists envisioned America as Shangri-La, a mystical and harmonious place, almost supernatural, where liberty, justice, democracy, and peace, not to mention affordable electronics, were the guiding principles. Well, like any good fairy tale, this American rhetoric sounds good, even sounds great, but has no basis in reality. There's no Easter Bunny, no Santa Claus, and there's definitely no utopian city upon a hill protected by a special sky god who represents American exceptionalism over all nations and cultures. Just like with James Hilton's novel, Lost Horizon, once you put down the fictitious and make-believe fable, there's no Shangri-La hidden at the western end of the Kunlun Mountains. American mythology preaches that John Winthrop and his Puritan brothers left England in pursuit of religious tolerance and freedom. But in fact, Winthrop, the de facto father of American exceptionalism, was no proponent of religious tolerance or democracy in any way, shape, or form. If we should change from a mixed aristocracy to mere democracy, Winthrop wrote, we first should have no warrant in scripture for it. For there was no such government in Israel. A democracy is, among civil nations, accounted the meanest and worst of all forms of government. To allow it would be a manifest breach of the Fifth Commandment. You've been listening to an excerpt from Murder Incorporated by Mumia Abu-Jamal and Stephen Vittoria. This is Dreaming of Empire, Book 1.
So that was Mumia Abu-Jamal in jail. What happened to what's going on with our people? I need y'all to join the feed. Come on, if y'all not gonna join the feed, I can get off the feed. I know that's what some of y'all want me to do, but the crazy part is I'm trying to get y'all involved, and I know some of y'all scared to death. I used to play Mumia on the radio when I was in Philadelphia, and again, I got into radio because of Mumia. And the thing about it, y'all don't have no goddamn bodies back because all of y'all are scared as shit. I'm gonna just keep it 100 with you. A lot of y'all on this feed is scared. Don't get mad. I'm just being blunt. I'm watching all of this unfold. And with all of this technology and your freedom, and these Negroes are on social media talking about you oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're not. You get up every day, you have cold water, hot food, warm food. You follow me? Credit cards, go to the gas station, pay $8 for gas. And I'm just exaggerating, but it's about that out here in Cali. But the crazy part is we over here complaining and talk about this white supremacy, but you got the white man's degrees, 10 degrees of the white man's, but yet you free, you oppressed. Really? How is that? How is it? Imagine waking up every day with bombs going off over your heads. You don't know if it's your house, nigga. I live in Cali. The earthquakes be making me be like, nigga, hold up. You know what I mean? How is it that we talk about we oppressed? You're not oppressed. You know what it is? You got fake people in certain positions. My boy hit me up. Y'all see the video early when I told you the dude was in law school? Y'all see the video early when the guy was in law school? I mean, the dude is an attorney. He's running to be a common pleas court judge. I just got invited to come to Philadelphia. I think it's in December. Oh no, January, to an event. I'm gonna buy your ticket because they having something for him. I went and helped that dude while he was in law school. I choose not to be an attorney. I choose not to be none of these people because you got to be corrupt and you got to have some type of dirt. And the ones that want to fly right and do right, they can't do it because you don't have their back. This is why most of the politicians, and I'm not making up no excuses for them, I'm really not, but you, the public, don't have their back. You don't, but you have your back for every sport. You don't have their back. So when I sit back and see the things that we spend money on, strip clubs, nigga, that's insane. I've never even been in a strip club a day in my life. I just look at sports games that I wouldn't even spend over $25 to go watch those sports. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. That's not in me. But the crazy part is we sit back here and we say we oppress, but real information and real knowledge, you don't support it. Mumia Abu-Jamal been in jail for years, and what did it get him? Fighting for our people for what? Fighting for our people for what? So he can fade away in jail? And y'all say, well, he was a dope dude, brother. Yeah, Mumia was dope as hell, brother. How many of y'all gonna pick up the baton and run with that? I did when I was on radio. And I told you that if you go back and listen to my video early today, when I had my co-host on from Civil Alert, when the pressure came, the pressure was so hard on him that my brother Shafiq walked away from it. Not this blog talking YouTube type stuff. We're not talking about, I was in radio. So we had to pay every week. So imagine all of that weight being put on me every week, coming out my pocket. I think it was like $200 or $300 a week to be on radio. So imagine all of this weight on you that you got to make sure that you coming on this show every week, because on radio, it ain't free, B. It ain't YouTube, it ain't Facebook, and it's not this blog. I'm talking about in the studio. When you produce your show, I hosted my show and engineered my show. So stuff that I was doing because I paid, I can do what I want to do. And that's what was going on. I would play Mumia. I would play Farrakhan. I would say things that these cats don't want y'all to know. So all of this stuff is happening, right? As I do this, and I'm like, where's the help at? After all these years, and I still haven't. I didn't get the thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to do none of this. I didn't. I still don't. But I want you to hear me what Mumia was doing. This man's been sick in jail, even to the point that my sister Pam was going to set it up so I can go see him. But at the time I was doing radio, and I said I was radical on radio. Not radical, but I was but I was going to go see him. But I said, if I go there, and anybody know going to the prison, they're going to have to check you when you go to the prisons, right? They check your background, see if you're a felon or whatever. I didn't want to go there and go through all that. But I was going to go see Mumia, and I was going to interview Mumia while I was on radio in Philly. But I sat back and I said, I'd rather just do the work that this brother left. Mumia Abu-Jamal is the dopest journalist that's not even out here on the streets. And we got all of these freedoms, all of this money. All of this money and what we do, we spend it on what they tell us to spend it on. Or somebody got to come and sell you a pipe dream or some type of school or some type of museum. Yeah, they stabs. But nobody with real substance, you will say, yo, I'm going to put this money behind this particular individual. This is real, people. So I'm looking at all of these people and these celebrities with all of their fame, all of their influence. Why haven't they stepped up and spoke on what's going on in Palestine? So I'm going to give y'all something. If you like it, it is what it is, man. Keep it pushing. I'm fine. But hit the link, y'all. Come on and talk to me. And I hope y'all share this out. Please share it out. Okay? And that's my nephew on the... That's my nephew. What up, nephew? I got my nephew on the line. That's what's up. Nephew, come to my YouTube channel. Let me give my nephew my other. This is my other YouTube channel before 1492. Before 1492. Or you can click on this one right here, Sabir Bey. Either one of them, y'all can come on the feed. Y'all love typing, man. What about coming on the feed? Why y'all keep typing? What are y'all scared? So I'm going to share something with y'all because I'm asking this question. I looked at this post that somebody sent me about LeBron. They will stand up and tell you to go get a shot that's killing people right now. Negroes are getting jabs and actually they dying after this, and they're not telling you what these people are dying from. So why are they not standing up for this? Ignore Palestinian pro-Israel posts. Look. Why they keep coming at everybody? Look. Come on, y'all, talk to me for a minute. What's wrong with our people? We live in a nation of straight up cowards, man. We are in a nation of straight cowards, man. Let's go to real people who actually were supporting this. So bear with me. Again, don't wait till I'm going to get off, y'all. Just come on the feed now. Let's go to James Baldwin for a minute. Malcolm X did it. James Baldwin did it. You know, come on, man. It's a host of people. So just bear with me 1 second. Let's find James Baldwin. But you got people saying, well, I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in Palestine, brother. They don't like black people. You don't like black people. None of you cats like black people, because if you like your own people, you would be in the streets where they're killing our people at. None of these people that you see on none of these platforms, am I wrong? If I'm wrong, please come on this feed and correct me. Which one of them you see in the streets talking about the violence of what we're doing in the streets? They're getting on social media comfortable behind their little videos, right? Talking about we oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're truly not. Share this to the Umars, the Tariqs, whoever else needs to hear this, because you're not oppressed. Not by far. But if you love your people, then why aren't they? You never see them in the midst of any of these people. They sit in certain seats in certain places. They're not, none of them dudes is not leaders, B. They're not leaders. Where do you see them at? I'm waiting. But James Baldwin also spoke about it. He spoke about that too. Come on, where we at? So let me just show y'all something else, okay? Let me tell you how the Crusades have never, ever stopped. And if y'all don't know what the Crusades is, y'all should look it up. Give me 1 second. It never stopped. It never, ever stopped. It's still going on. It ain't one crusade. Y'all thought it was one? No. But I'm going to prove my point. Not out of here, though. Not out of that book. But I'm going to show you what book from 1923. 1923. The book is so old, you got to be careful because the pages fall apart. So you got to be careful, okay? So I'm going to post it up here. I'm going to show y'all something. Watch how the Crusades have never stopped. And it talks about Palestine in here. Give me 1 second. Let's post it up. Give me 1 second. Let's move this out the way. Can everybody see it good? Yeah, good. There it is right there. 1216 to 1229, sixth movement. Frederick II in Jerusalem for 6 years. after the betrayal of the vows of the Crusaders in 1202 to 1204 of sacked Constantinople. Instead of recuing Jerusalem, the Christians of Palestine, do you see this? Shalom. Do y'all see? Can I blow it up a little closer for y'all? The Christians of Palestine, protected by the truce. Woo! Look what they talking about. This is in a book from 1923. The Crusades have never stopped. The fifth Crusades of the six. All of this is in here. They never stop. This is in a total different book. Have you ever seen this before? See, if y'all really want to have a conversation, we can talk about this. But y'all don't want to have this conversation. So this is in a book from 1923. In its volumes, I'm going to give you the book that you can actually go look it up for yourself. I mean, if you can find them, good luck. Good luck if you can find them. But I'm going to show you the books, all right? Okay? It's volumes. I just don't feel like pulling all the books out. So let me just show you the book before we go forward. And where's my book at? Well, here it is. Give me 1 second. Damn, I didn't even take a picture of it. I'll pull it up. So this is another page inside the book. Just open this up. About the Crusades. This thing is real. The Crusades have never stopped, people. It never stopped. Mohammedans. The Mohammedans. Oh, let me see. Hold up. Let me show you. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up. Give me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna open up the book and show y'all on here. Where's my book at? Okay. Let's go to the beginning of the book. (1923). 1923. This is the book. And it's volumes of it. If you can find it, get volumes of them. Everything from Yemen to the Moors to the whole, anything you want to know about the history, it's going to be right inside here, right in here. And it's so old that you got to be very careful of the pages because they rip very easily. Very, very easily. Okay? From 1923, but the first copyright was in the 1800s, I believe it was. 1800s. Yeah, copyright 1804 to 1901. 1804 to 1901, and then copywritten again in 1923. Oh, it's so much is in here. But you don't want to have this conversation with me. You don't want to have this conversation with me because you know why? These conscious cats that y'all watch, they sit behind social media and tell you, boy, we ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in Israel, brother. We ain't got nothing to do with what's going on over there, brother, because Palestine ain't us, brother. They hate the black man. We hate the black man too. If I didn't love my people, I wouldn't even be on here, y'all, every day. Because I know it's some of y'all that claim to be black. But I just know you're just misinformed on so many levels. But let's have this conversation. Let's move forward. Anybody wants to jump on the feed, y'all don't have to keep typing. Hit the link. Hit the link and come on and talk to me for a minute. If I'm wrong about anything, y'all better share it out. That's the one page right there that you can come to before 1492. I need everybody to subscribe to that channel. If you can't find it, so the more people hit that channel, the more it will go in circulation, okay, or the algorithm. So it won't be hard to find it, all right? Because my main page is down right now. Sabir Bey page is down because I posted something up about Palestine, okay? So I need y'all to all go to this page right here before 1492, or you can go here. This one you can find, Sabir to get to. So let's move a little further, okay? Let's move further. Look at these brothers from Palestine. I bet you never saw them ones before, did you? Oh, they never. Well, that's make-believe, brother. That's AI, brother. That's AI information, brother. That ain't real, brother. Get out of here, man. That's AI. Afro-Palestinians from Jerusalem, the 7th century. But look who posted it up there. But they hate us, right? Look at this. Hold up. Khalid Beydoun? Really? Really? But they don't like black people though, right? This is what the media tell you. Oh, they don't like black people. We don't like each other because you know why? We wouldn't share these types of videos because you know why? They have to keep their money flowing. All these black conscious people got to keep their money flowing. I'm talking about the conscious ones. You got to keep it flowing. Okay? So let's move forward. Hey, I just bought my piece too. Hold up, watch this. That's them Arabs, brother. That's Photoshop. I just bought mine too. Hold up. So I'm gonna wrap this with this on my head. Woo! So let's move forward. Let me know when I'm wrong, y'all. Hurry up and get in because I don't want to stay here all night long. I do want to sit back and watch a movie. Okay? So let's move forward. Because there is no black land. Well, brother, where's the Moorish land? Mauritania. Negroes love to say, well, where's the Moorish land at? Mauritania. Where's the black land at? The whole earth, brother. Because you got to understand, we the ancient black gods of Egypt, brother. Look. Afro-Palestinian talk heritage. Oh, y'all better get it together, man. That's all you got to do is do some research. Y'all better do some research, B. And as you see, they say Christians too, right? Bear with me. Let me know. Let me know. Because I'm trying to connect the dots for y'all. Okay? Yes, all of these come from the Moors. Everything happened with the fall of the Moors or the so-called black people. Everything happened after that. Everything happened after the Moors fell. Not no religious group. And I'm not talking about religion. Not by far. Here's another one. Afro-Palestinian. So when we say we ain't got nothing to do with this, Umar Johnson, what do you mean, brother? You Pan-African. Umar Johnson. How you don't have anything to do with this, and y'all sit back and let this dude keep spilling this garbage out of his mouth? Oh, brother, they don't like black people. Well, how the hell you keep going to these particular countries if they don't like you? The white man liked you, I guess he gave you 6 degrees. And if you want to take his 6 degrees from you, he can take his 6 degrees from you. Okay? He can take his 6 degrees from you. All right? Let's move forward. I have the Rex. Only thing I have for sale is the Rex 84, the King Alfred's plan. If you want it, you can pay $80 and I can email it to you. Somebody asked me to drop that book with the photos. What book you talking about? The book, the other photo book? What photo book? Oh, you talking about the other book? I don't sell my books. The only thing I'm really selling is the Rex 84, the King Alfred's plan. Now, if somebody make a higher bid, I mean, maybe. Are you talking about the books from Africa, bro? I don't know what book he's talking about, but come on the feed, brother, and talk to me because I don't want to assume anything, all right? Come to YouTube. So, bear with me. So, if you really... I'm talking about the books of your photos from the trip. I have to remake those books again. I don't even have them books anymore. It's going to take finances to put all that back together. So, no, I don't have no more of the books. I have the Rex 84, the King Alfred's plan. That's all I have. Everybody always asks me to do something. How about this? How about this part? Y'all drop me a couple of thousand and I'll make whatever you need me to make. Y'all, because when I make it, then I'll be holding on to the stuff and waiting for people to buy it. And then people say, well, I ain't got it right now, Sabir, because I'm such and such out. I'm talking to somebody on Instagram, y'all. So when I do it, then they'll say, oh, I ain't got it right now, brother. But wait a minute, I just spent my money to actually go get this stuff together. Come on, y'all. My cash at work, $ Sabir Bey or PayPal Sabir Bey Radio. That's why I don't run off certain stuff anymore. Because if y'all want it, you can pay for it. Let's move forward. So this is a Christian from Palestine. I am a Palestinian Christian. We also say Allahu Akbar, which is God is great. God is great is Allahu Akbar. Okay. So when people, the ignorance of black people in the United States who sit here and act like that has nothing to do with us. You're not oppressed, black people in the States. Trust me, you're not. You wouldn't even know what being oppressed is because you're not your mother or your grandparents, because maybe they went through that, but you in this 2023, you are not oppressed. Okay? You're not. All right? So I'm gonna leave this here and marinate on this for a second for y'all can see this, okay? Marinate on that for 1 second, all right? So hurry up because I'm not going to be on here long. So when we're talking about Palestine, they have you believing that this one group of people, or this Muslims, I guess. But this is what I was talking about, brother. I do have the Rex 84. This is the King Alfred's plan. So if you want to send me between 180 to 100, I can email it directly to you. It's already scanned, but I can actually email it to you. And I have a lot of other stuff too. So Rex 84, the King Alfred's plan, is the whole book. It's not parts of the book. It's the whole book. You don't have to wait for me to email it to you. Mail it to you. I can email it to you. So let's move forward. And I have to be very careful about what I'm putting out to people, because people are not right on no levels of this, man. Y'all be doing people dirty. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's move forward. All right. So when I hear people talk about this, it never show you what they're speaking on. So let's move forward. I already told y'all the Afro-Palestinians. Right here. These are the Afro-Palestinians. All right. Can we get some hearts and likes up? So let's go to Ramallah real quick. Are y'all ready? Let me take you. Shout out to my brother Stevie J. Let's go to Ramallah. My brother Stevie J in the building. I wish you would come to YouTube though. Let me see you get my brother Stevie J in the building on here. Hold up. Stevie J, what up, bro?
Hey, what's the deal, bro?
Got my brother Stevie J in the building. What up, man?
I'm chilling, man,
smoking one. That's what's up, man.
How you been, bro?
I've been working, man. Been back and forth overseas, man. I'm back out here, man. I've been back for a minute. I've been trying to catch you.
You in Cali?
Yeah, I just was down on the Taste of Soul.
Oh, I missed the Taste of Soul. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I was just at the Taste of Soul. And the crazy part is, let me tell you a story about this, bro. This is my dude. This is one of my Moorish brothers. He came to the barbershop talk we used to have, and what was we, Inglewood, bro? What's we at?
Yeah, Inglewood.
So if y'all ever see that video, it was my brother Steve. I'm not gonna get in his personal. He can probably tell you, but we had basically gang members in the same room. Am I lying, Steve?
Nah, we gotta unify. That's the first instruction from Allah, is unity.
See, so I had these brothers. We're all in the room, and we're like having this conversation in the barbershop about unity and about what it is we have to do. And one thing that Stevie J did, and I'm gonna play this because he got pissed off. Yo, Stevie, I still look at that video and I laugh at you, dude. He said, "What the F we supposed to do?" Hold up. So, brother Stevie, and actually now the brothers actually deal with. He's a comedian now, or working on it. But I got to get to one of his shows though. But I got to get to one of your shows, brother. But let me.
One on Thursday.
On Thursday?
Yeah.
I'll be here. Send me the information. I need your number again, but send me the information.
Yeah,
But
no, I'll tap it.
okay, yeah, just tap. Yeah,
I didn't even know this was out.
huh?
Hey, Sabir.
Yo,
You was talking about the Palestinians, cuz.
yeah.
You know, I went to Palestine, remember?
Oh, right, you did. You did go there.
Palestine, bro.
Here goes Stevie J right here. This is him. I'm with y'all. This is my brother. He just said he went to Palestine. How you like it?
That shit was a death war zone.
What the hell I tell you? What did I tell y'all? Now, he's right out here in LA. It ain't like this out here, bruh. It's a war zone.
Hey, any questions y'all got in the comments or Sabir straight up with my personal experience in Palestine? I think it's time, God gave me that journey for a reason. You feel me? So any questions or my experience or what the truth is, I don't get. I'm a real nigga, bro. I'm gonna say what it is.
Told you. I'm being real with you because what I'm telling you, they have, brother. I was in these places, man, and when people say they oppress here, Steve, I'm like, nigga, you're not oppressed, fam. You not oppressed. You don't have that. Was a war zone. I was in. It was weird because I was in Turkey like that. Turkey is. It was certain spots in Turkey was like kind of like iffy. Like you be like, damn, dude, these dudes is not in a war zone, fam.
Yeah, I went to Turkey too, cuz.
You already know then, right? So
hey, look, this is what I'll say about the war zone, though. The motherfucker ain't nothing to play with. Like, I'm from South Central, like from it, not like just I grew up here and I know the stories of like nigga gangbanger, cuz. So I know what the worst of the genocide is in America.
See,
the worst of it, and it's nothing to like snarl at, like, oh, it's nothing, because it is something. But in Palestine, there's an occupation. The military is killing people, not genocide. Not it's full-on oppression, dictatorship, control. Occupation is like settlers, the colonizers, the evil white man, greedy, war killing, baby ass war going on, bro.
You see what I'm saying? They have no idea, Steve. Like I be trying
to take me to where the Afro-Palestinians are. I went to Jericho. One of the oldest cities in the world is Jericho. I went to Jericho, did comedy with the kids. I didn't speak their language. I'm out there like got a translator doing my jokes in Arabic to the Palestinian kids, bro. It's on my Instagram. You go back to 2016, you can see me on there with all the little black Palestinian kids turning up. You feel me? Like, and solidarity and being with them people, like slavery was awful, and the rest of the world watched America do that to us. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And they stood by and watched it. They were civilized to know that was wrong and they shouldn't be doing that at that time. That was only just 400 years ago.
You follow me? And this is man, and this is why I respect this brother, because when I moved out here to Cali, I went straight to this barbershop. That's Stevie. Now I'm gonna let you hear what he said. I'm gonna be real with you. He don't even remember this joint. Like he said, you didn't know this.
No, that's crazy. I didn't even know you had this.
I didn't even know it was on. It was up because remember the brother that was filming us when we was in there? He was filming us, right?
Yeah.
So this is what Stevie. This is when I was in the room bringing these brothers together, saying, "Yo, man, we got to do something." So when people say I'm not in the streets, nigga, they talking to the wrong person. I'm from South Philadelphia, bro, living in LA. So I'm from the streets. Like he said, if you have people who may be from around that way, but not necessarily in that shit. You know what I mean? And that's what I said about Umar Johnson. Them niggas grew up in the neighborhood, but they didn't come where we came from. And when you're coming from where we come from and see what we see, and then you travel overseas, you really start seeing stuff. Say, nigga, they ain't got nothing. We have nothing on them.
Yeah, we really on some Malcolm X effect, really. Like,
yeah,
to compare ourselves to Malcolm X in the day of today, like, we don't let people become great. Like, the next great person can't become great because we idolize people so much. I look at Malcolm X as a fucking a peer to me. Like, nigga, like, you're Sabir Bey from Hidden Colors. Like, that's a big fucking deal. Like, you brought me into the science, yet as I rise as a man and stand on my square, you have to become an equal because we man bound to Allah.
There you go.
It ain't even about Islam per se, but just really being on your higher self thing. You feel me? Like, you gotta be a good person. You gotta have a moral compass. And
what did I just say? What did I just say? The moral compass is not there, bro. I'm no better than anybody, but these niggas get on these feeds, brother, and you don't see these dudes in the streets where I be in the streets at, because I'm from them same streets. I understand the people. I understand the heart. You got to have the heartbeat of the people. Yo, what's going on? But when he did this in this barbershop, let me play this for y'all. Let me let y'all hear what Stevie said. Listen to what he said.
To the person walking down the street, don't give a fuck about what we're talking about. Like, how do you make it grow? How do you make this grow? How do you translate to people who doesn't have intellect, or if that is the answer to people who can't read or or don't have vocabulary, don't have rhetoric, don't have those things, don't have those tools necessary to be in touch with themselves, with other brothers. Like, how do you even do that? Okay. With it being such a like this in LA with gang violence being the alternative to what you do when you grow up and you become 17, 18, you gang bang, which is completely negative. It disconnects us from each other.
You follow me? Like, we know, and what he said was so true.
Hope
I had no locks. Look at my, I had no locks in my hair, man.
They said when that boy Trayvon Martin got killed, they said we hope. Hope means that something's going to happen, but not necessarily. So we want something to happen.
Yeah, it's been a long time, bro.
See what I'm saying? So what happened? What happened to Trayvon Martin? What happened to the uproar? You don't hear about it.
Hold on, I don't
if
even
you go back and look at a video I did before that guy got locked
up. It's been 11 to 12 years. About 11 to 12 years.
Hear about it by next year. I said this in the video. You're not going to hear about it. It's going to fade away slowly.
This stuff is so serious, bro. And I'm sitting back and I'm watching. You know, the crazy part is, man, when people, Nipsey used to like watch brother Sabir Bey. Now, you know how I found out? I found out through another brother. But when people, and this is why you have, and I don't walk with security. Stevie know this. If I'm around Stevie J and I'm in certain areas, I'm good in LA. I don't, you know, I'm good in his hood. I don't walk around like that because I know I'm safe. I don't have to boast about me having security with me because these are my brothers that's with me. You heard what he said. And this is how we operate. And I barely talk to my brother Stevie J. I barely talk to these brothers. But when you do God's work, the real work, you're going to be taken care of, bro. And this is just the reality. This is the reality. I don't boast around. Go ahead.
That's a big fact. I think, you know, the Prophet Noble Jawali said that nationality was the order of the day. You understand? And in today's world with technology and information and light in general, I firmly believe that consciousness is the order of the day. Like, if you, and I'm not speaking against the Prophet and what he said the order of the day was, but that was in 1914. You understand?
Exactly. Exactly.
So now it's like Allah's power ain't gonna just stop at and not continue to guide his people through the wilderness. You understand what I'm saying? So like the consciousness of who we are as a people is important for us to stop, sit, educate self for a second just to connect back to the source. And usually that happens spiritually anytime there's a national slang of a black person. Trayvon Martin, George Floyd, Freddie Gray, all these martyrs that we've experienced out of our culture to where we band together on a unity, but we never use those opportunities to capitalize on the actual plan to get ourselves as a people out of the condition that we in. So we already have everything. We have Islam, we have financial literacy, we have education on property, agriculture, growing shit. We have everything that it takes to build a nation. Yet we're divided within our own consciousness of who we are. It doesn't bother me to have a lost soul, like a lost, like we don't love ourselves enough to respect our brother or our neighbor. You understand?
Exactly. And this is what we do. And that's why I said I'm no better than my brother, but I did want to say, listen, we're going to bring everybody together. So when I was doing this, brother, to bring y'all brothers together, when I moved out here to Cali, I was like, man, I saw the division. I said, damn, how are we going to bring these brothers together? People thought I was crazy, Stevie J, when I was sitting outside in Inglewood. They said, nigga, you sitting in Inglewood, nigga? Like, no, I'm going to bring these brothers together, not knowing that these brothers was from two different gangs in this barbershop. But it's the message, and this is why I said, brother, We have to do this, man. You got to have principles. You have to have morals, bro. You have to walk with the people and see what's hurting the people.
Well, even within that though, we have to structure our personal lives so disciplined. That's why. Look, remember when I came into more science, I was like not really feeling becoming Muslim. Like I didn't want to be follow Islam because I was raised Christian, so it threw off my spiritual connection. It threw me off. Like, damn, am I leaving Jesus? Am I, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I awakening? Am I committing to a false God? You understand? In Allah, like that is so perturbing for us as a people. Like, that's the things that we deal with that stop us from being unified. Like, we can't even understand language within our own religion. Like, what is the so-called black people's religion? Like, it's everything. It's divided. The Chinese motherfuckers is Buddhism. The Indian people, them motherfuckers is Hindu. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
We Catholic, we Muslim, we Jewish, we Hebrew, we Moorish, we're Baptist, we're Kojic, we're non-denominational, we're Jehovah's Witness. Goddamn, what the fuck? We even within Islam, we're Sunni, we're Moorish, we're FOI. It's divided so much that we'll never rise because we're not looking at the actual systemic oppression that's really plaguing us. Like, hey, at some point we have to stop drawing differences between our religion and say, okay, well, what is truth? Let's gather truth.
And this is the thing though. No, it's the crazy part. We say, what's the truth? So there's only one truth. It's only one truth. There is no black people on this planet. And this is just the reality. Somebody said to me, well, where's the Moorish nation at? Where's the Moorish land at? I said Mauritania. See how simple that was? But then a crazy person would say, well, brother, what do you mean Mauritania? Yes, it's Mauritania. Do your research on it. Let's have a conversation on this. And this is why you don't see me, brother Stevie, in certain events, not even with 19 Keys in them. Somebody said, well, he had you in Philly. Yeah, because he was in my hometown. That's why. But when you have people who are sitting on certain platforms that know that we can fix these problems, you already know how I am. You know I can bring people together. But if you sitting here and know what I'm speaking on, and we saying, look, let's come together. People ask me this question, Sabir, what religion are you? I'll be like, what religion are you? As soon as you tell me what religion you are, I'll tell you that's me too. But you know why? Because I'm going to explain to you what Christianity is. I'm going to explain to you what Tawahido is. Tawahido is Orthodox Christianity, which I did practice and I still do. Islam only means peace. A Muslim, which every last one of y'all on this feed is, a Muslim is only one who submits to do what? The will of God. So if you're a Christian, you do the will of God. If you're a Jehovah's Witness, you do the will of God. So that's your religious belief system. Yes,
you gotta put it together. Paul said, I'm all things to all men.
Thank you.
And that's what you just said.
Thank you. And that's what I tell people. When people listen, bro, when you really understand this and you walking in the spirit, bro, I'm a spiritual being. Bob Marley said, my religion is life. That's what Bob Marley said. So when people ask me these things to try to divide us up, are you Muslim? Are you this? No, you ain't asked me what my nationality was. You know what I mean? You didn't ask me that part. You didn't say, well, what's your nationality? Because Karen said to me today, she said, I'm just wondering, what do black people put down on a piece of paper when it says nationality? This is what she said. What do black Americans put down when they go?
Man, tell Karen I said what's up too, man. That was nostalgic to hear that.
Yeah, yo, when she said this to me, no, but she says things, and I pay attention to certain things, bro. Like, I'm gonna show you something. When I'm overseas, I literally put on a piece of paper my nationality, because they ask you these questions when you go over there. But this is what I did when my son was born. Look, my children are this. Look at this. You see what it says on the screen? Can you see that on the screen where it says race Asiatic? That's me, Sabir Bey, legal father, right? This is a piece of paper, like when my child was born. Once you understand who you truly are, you stand on it. You don't ask nobody. So the lady in the hospital, right? It was a sister. She had my son down and me and his mother down as African American. I said, oh no, we're not African Americans. What is that? I'm not lying, Steve. We in the hospital. And she said, well, what do you mean? So the staff, it was 3 Europeans and 1 sister. And she said, well, what do you mean you're not African American? I said, what is an African American? They all looked at each other, right? Now, if I was not there, right, you would have put anything you wanted to put down there as that. But I put down as a race Asiatic, because now let me show you how this works for y'all to understand this, right? Now, didn't Biden and them just sign, or somebody signed a Asian hate bill? There's a hate bill out, right?
I don't know about it.
It's a hate bill. Oh, look it up. An Asian hate bill, right? So for me and my children, they would fall under that. They can use that. You know why? Because they're going to use those records and pull them up. People think Asian is people running around with slinky eyes and stuff like that. No, bro. The whole planet was called Asia. We are the Asiatics. Didn't the Noble Drew state that? Asiatics, right? So no, Elijah Muhammad said, but I don't like the black part. He said, we are the Asiatic black man. So if you saying my race is Asiatic, I'm going to put it on a piece of paper and show you and keep it for your records. See how that works? So I'm trying to find something, Stevie. I'm going to pull something else out, and I'm going to show you when I'm overseas what I'll be signing. When I'm overseas, every time, and you know, because you travel, right? When you go overseas and going through customs, don't they give you a piece of paper to fill out? Oh, yeah, Steve? On the way.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I see it. When you go overseas, don't they give you a piece of paper to fill out?
Oh, yeah, immediately. Who the fuck are you? Why you here? Where you from? How long you be here?
Right? So
Yeah.
they don't even ask me how long I'm going to be there, because I'll be in these places so much back to back. They was asking Percy that when I took them over there, right? They look at my passport and be like, you know, okay, stamp. But they give you a piece of paper, right? And they ask you your nationality on a piece of paper. That's what they ask you. So on the piece,
I put American. Honestly, when I do that, fill out that form, I put American.
now, what would black people put if they want the American? You think they would put American?
That's what the fuck I traveled as American. So I think that nationality what black people will put. I don't think that they would put that. I think they probably put black.
Okay, so you know how crazy that would be? A person,
Yeah,
if you follow me, if I'm looking at this, right? If I'm looking,
That's why Act 6 of the more science. That's why Act 6 of the bylaws. This is a new era. All men must proclaim their free and national land to be recognized by the governments in which they live. We're not even a class of people still from slavery, literally, legally, like you put an Asiatic and stampians. People don't even know what that means, though. Sabir, is what I was saying 12 years ago in the barbershop. Like, how does that serve the condition of our people now?
mm-hmm.
Because I don't even know what to do with having my birthright and my nationality and being Asiatic and understanding all these things about who I am. How does that get me out of the condition that I'm in?
Exactly. And this is why I tell people you have to keep drumming this in our people, but we have to create economics, because again, nationality is the
you know the answer is the law.
Yes.
So you push up on legislation, right? When you push up on legislations as Moors, we can't even grab it together as Moors.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because man is truth and falsehood strangely mixed. So it's so fucked up that you need a motherfucker to really have the truth and have it in a vessel that it's able to get out without it being filtered through syndicated television or guidelines on social media or, they'll filter your shit, take you down and discredit you. You understand? That's what all the prophets go through.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
all of them. Like, it's politics. That's why they all come here, is to get the law and the land, the law should make it fair for my people.
And this
That's
is
the whole idea and concept of it all. We need to understand what's really happening to us as a culture, as a people, as a divine a deity in this universe. It's like, you know how fucking powerful we truly are? It's disgusting to me how we walk around numb and dead, deaf and dumb, completely lost in the wilderness when we're fucking kings, queens, angels, and fucking gods.
I'm going to show you something, bro. I want y'all to see something. So on this piece of paper, if you can see it, if you look at this right here, health public, this is me. what's this is going into Morocco or Tunis, one of them, that says American More on it, right? American More. So I'm showing you something to show you how you deal with these people. So what I was doing, I'm making allies. Give me 1 second. I got to pull both of these up on here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull both of these up to show you what I was doing, how I travel. So this is me going into a hotel. It says American More. So you ask me my race, I'm going to give you the race, and then I'm going to give you the nationality. And the reason why, Stevie, I walked away from so many things, bro, is because I said I have to take this thing international now. I have to make allies across the planet. And somebody said a Native American. A Native American is just you're a native. It has nothing to do with indigenous. A Native American, a native is just a native. I'm a native of California, but I'm indigenous to Philadelphia, if that makes sense. A native is just somebody that's come somewhere else. You follow me? People use that word, oh, bro, I'm Native American. Nah, bro. A Native American ain't a big thing. It's indigenous, which in your genealogy, indigenous genealogy. So,
Native American is a legal term.
well, yes, it's a legal term. I know that, but I didn't want to get into it. I got it. And it's
It has to be recognized by the federal government.
By the federal government, exactly. And that was the point. It's a federal thing. So I'm not impressed with people.
They also have reservations to prepare for them because they have their birthright.
Yeah, they do, but they can do what but it was created by the federal government. You see what I'm saying? So if this is the thing, when you see what, like you said, when you was over there in
that's part and parcel though. Noble Drew Ali said,
there you go.
We are part and parcel of this government and must live a life accordingly. So you being a Moorish American or American Moor, well, that's all the same shit. The prophet said, what is your nationality? Moorish American. So I'm already a part of a treaty that was way back when my ancestors came to this country and built this motherfucker up through the Morocco Peace Treaty. And it's still in effect to this day. They have to honor it if you push up on the government because
there you go. And you say it again, but everybody can't go there and speak on this. You have to have people who are versed in law, like you said. That's why I brought those. Listen, Stevie, I was in the law library in Philadelphia, Jenkins. I got so many documents in this law library. It's crazy about human rights, reparations. It's the whole genre. You have to have LexisNexis, and you can't just get it online. You have to go inside the law library. So inside the law library, I got stacks of paper that I had to constantly keep printing, and it was talking about all these laws. I'm like, damn, we got all these smart people. Why are we not bringing this up? Do you know, brother, if you look up this lady in Philadelphia, it's only one human rights lady that's an attorney. I forgot her name. She's from Palestine. Look her up. Human rights lawyer or attorney in Philadelphia. And I forgot what school she teaches in, but she's from Palestine. And I said, damn, in Philadelphia, you won't find no black human rights attorneys in Philadelphia or the United States, period. Because you have to deal with human rights issues. Black people have privileges. Certain people sit on reservations, which is created by the federal government. That's what I mean. People keep saying I'm a native, brother, but we're Moors, dude, without a shadow of a doubt. They know we were here. They know. I was just talking to my man Percy out here, right? He said to me, Sabir, do you think we ever left this land? I swear, this is what he said to me. I said, no. You notice when you flying, they go certain routes in the air to make it seem like they're going far. If you leave from the East Coast and go to like Morocco, it's close. If you leave from from Canada and go to Portugal, it's right there, like literally right there, right? You can catch a ferry over there. And it don't take long. But when he said this to me, it made sense.
I was telling some niggas in the hood, like, hey, bro, Hawaii is right there, right off the coast.
Yes, it is.
And then Japan attacked Hawaii. They flew to Hawaii and attacked them. That shit had to be close because how do you go from Japan to Hawaii to America like that? Because it's right up underneath. I don't believe the globe structure the way that they're presenting it to us and been presented it to me my whole life. I don't believe that structure.
That's the miseducation.
In the fear and it's all together mixed in. Pangea, it didn't look like this earth that they're trying to create. It's on the other side, and no, I don't believe that.
Nah, bro. It's close. It's so you know that people don't even know that California is an island. It's an island. If out here where I'm at, Catalina Island is right there. Am I lying, Steve? Catalina Island is right there. It's an island, right? And I went there. I said, "Damn, this is kind of crazy, right?" And I took a submarine underneath the water. I swear, I was a sub, bro. They have submarines, and you go under the water, and you can see everything underneath the joint. I said, "Damn." I'm thinking I'm crazy. Maybe we see a pyramid underneath here or something like that. But no, it's you could go under the water. So in Tunisia, right? In Tunis, there was a part of it's called Djarba. I think it's called Djarba in Tunis, in North Africa, for the y'all that don't know. That was underwater, right? So now it's a desert. It's a desert. It's called Djarba. And I'm looking at all of these things now and say, wait a minute. This stuff was already connected at one time. It then made me start thinking about the Osley brothers' voyage to Atlantis. I will always come back to you. I said, man, they are telling you stuff, bro. Somebody knows something, but they had to kill the music, kill all of this, bro. Voyage to Atlantis. I will always come back to you. That it's back on the rise. And when you have floods, it can flood a certain area. Do you know that Texas, every time it rains in Texas, I don't know if y'all know this, but it seeks down further and further in Texas. Every time it have a terrible flood. Ask somebody that lives in Texas about how that works. Ask somebody. I stayed in Texas for a minute. I didn't even know that was real. But when it rains, it goes further and further down. Out here,
every earthquake, whether we feel it or not, breaks California off from the rest of the states.
There you go. Say that again, bro.
I said every earthquake that we have, no matter if it's felt or not, breaks California off from the rest of America.
Yep, it does. And people don't know that. If you go to San Pedro, go to San Pedro, the sunken city. Go Google San Pedro, the sunken city out here in Cali. That motherfucker's in the water, bro. It's in the water. Y'all don't get this, man. Like these Europeans are good ass manipulators, bro. And to separate these people, they separating people. And they're separating people on a color, the color code caste system. This European is good as hell what they did, bro. They are good manipulators. And to make us fight one another. Oh, I don't like him because Sabir think he know everything. Oh, Stevie J, he think that nigga's a what? Okay, we can make him go against him and him go against him. It's the same scenario. Same stuff is still happening. But we haven't graduated from the childish games. And I'm watching this in the conscious community now. Well, I don't even want to call it conscious now. I don't know what the hell you call this stuff now, bro, because I can't even call it conscious.
It's called woke.
It's called what?
Woke.
It's called woke, he said.
Yeah, the woke community. That's what it's officially called.
Well, I want to go back to sleep. I don't want to be woke. I want to be asleep. I don't even want to be woke. I'm serious because this thing, brother, if we don't get this together again, and it's not about us anymore. It's not about us. We have children. And it's for our children, our children's children. And this is why I said, and I set that stuff up for my children. My children are Asiatics. Their nationality, they're Moors, without a shadow of a doubt. And the one thing that they don't want us to talk about is the history of the Moors. So they have to bring you all of the drama. How much money we're going to put behind these people right here? Oh, how much you want? Okay, he said that. We're going to create a fake museum and you're going to give me $600,000. We're going to build a school. And they gonna teach you nothing.
Blast that propaganda though, Sabir. How American they gave them billions of dollars to Israel and then gave $100 million to the Palestinian in aid when America's in bed with Israel and they're interested in the Middle East and how they go over there and steal that oil from Iran and Afghanistan and all that. They go and they hang out in Israel as a base.
Yes, they do. And this is
they go out.
Go ahead.
They go out and hang out with Israel as a base, and they pay for them to occupy and take over Palestine. So America's funding the war and has interest in the Middle East, or their resources in oil, and then they use Israel and pay them all this money. So our tax dollars, like Nabisco, Oreos, fucking Nestle Quick, potato chip Frito-Lays, every time we purchase those items in America, the tax dollars get sent right to Israel to fund the war.
Man, well,
corporations that are in America are lined up. So you have government and corporation, and that's how all countries are functioning.
Man, we don't hold on. I don't know if you saw this video, bro. Let me see if I can play this video. But this lady, listen to this lady. She broke the whole science down. Now, remember, he went to Palestine, right? Now, watch this. Let me let you hear this lady. She was heated. Listen to what she said. Watch the numbers. Watch how she breaks stuff down, Steve.
I need to tell you something.
I played this early today.
Do it the Jesuit way. We're going to do it by me asking you two questions. The first question is, how many rockets have Palestinian militant groups altogether, meaning Hamas, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, the PIJ, and the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, PFLP? How many rockets have they fired on Israel in the 21st century? So from year 2001 to 2023, including this week, so in 23 years. How many rockets were fired towards Israel in 23 years? Just throw a number. You can even pause the video if you wanted. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to respond. So the answer is 28,800 rockets and 3,700 mortar shells. So a total of 32,500 rockets and mortar shells were launched by Hamas and PIJ onto Israel over the course of 23 years. Now, considering a potential margin of error of 10%, let's just round the sum up to 36,000. Now, whether that is too many rockets or too few rockets is absolutely not the point I'm trying to drive here. I have a bigger, more important point to make later, so just bear with me and please keep this number in mind. Now, on to my second question. How many people have those 36,000 rockets and mortars killed over the course of 23 years? 36,000 rockets were launched over the course of 23 years. How many people were killed as a result? Throw a number. You can also pause if you want to think about it. I've asked this question to a dozen people this week, including journalists and political activists and random friends of mine who have to deal with being on the receiving end of my midnight messages. Honestly, not one person said at less than 5,000. So I am asking you, how many people were killed by Hamas and PIJ rockets and or mortar shells over the course of 23 years? Ready for the answer? 69 people were killed by 36,000 rockets launched over 23 years, including the 5 quote-unquote wars on Gaza. To be precise, 69 people, 2 goats, and a number of cows. Luckily, Zionist and Israeli sources keep a really good record of kills, sharing their name, age, location, and profession, and I've compiled them. And here is the list that we are going to read together. So amongst those people, you've got 41 adult civilians, including 3 Arab Israelis, 10 Israeli army soldiers, 4 Israeli children, including 1 2-year-old plus 3 4-year-olds, 2 Palestinian children, including 1 6-year-old and 1 13-month-old baby, 5 Palestinian adult civilians, 1 Jordanian civilian, 2 Thai civilians, 4 foreign workers, plus a number of cows and 2 goats. I am not trying to posit whether that is too many victims or too few victims. In the world that I wish to live in, the number I strive for is 0 victims on planet Earth, but that discussion is better suited for another time, as it is not the primary point I aim to make. This is the point I aim to make. Does the Israeli government genuinely believe that people are naive enough to believe that Palestinian militant groups have what it takes to fire a rocket and kill more than 500 people at Al-Ahli hospital in one go? They were barely able to achieve 10% of those kills over the course of 23 years with 36,000 rockets fired.
Damn.
And don't talk to me about the Iron Dome, because the Iron Dome became functional only in 2011. Hamas and PIJ had a full 10 years of rocket launching without an Iron Dome. And the number of victims is at 28 kills during those 10 years. So allow me to say that it is remarkably foolish and outrageously absurd to even contemplate marketing the idea that Hamas or PIJ have what it takes to destroy a building and kill 500 humans with 1 rocket, when on average they killed 0.000773 people per year per rocket over a 23-year period. But the Israelis want to have us believe that in contrast, no, in one night, a single rocket killed 500 people. To add insult to injury, you should also know that the rockets used by Hamas or PIJ, the Qassam rockets, are propelled by a mixture of sugar and potassium nitrate, which is a common fertilizer, and the warhead is filled with TNT and urea nitrate, which is also another common fertilizer. The Qassam rockets are basically made from common civilian products. It doesn't mean that they cannot cause a lot of damage, but absolutely not to the devastating degree that we saw at Ahli Hospital. Take a look at the effect that the Qassam rockets create when they land. Okay, now take a look at the bombing of the hospital. Ya Allah! Ya Allah! I think it is apparent, maybe even to a 6-year-old, that that is not a Qassam rocket. What was fired at the hospital was a US-made and US-supplied JDAM, an all-weather precision-guided munition. The JDAM kit can be used with a variety of bomb types, including the MK-84, which is what is suspected to have been used here. And this was a gift from President Joe Biden to Israel and to the Palestinian people, you know, in the form of body bags. And this is what the JDAMs sound like. Okay, now let's hear the hospital explosion again. And that is them side by side.
God damn.
Regardless of what you may think of Hamas or the Israeli army. Regardless of who you think is evil, maybe you think both are evil. It is fascinating how egregiously as asymmetrical is the arsenal of Hamas or PIJ versus the arsenal of the Israeli army, and what both are doing with it. And we should absolutely not ignore this point. The Israeli army is not only the most powerful army in the region, but one of the most powerful armies in the world. They have 600 different aircraft, with the world's second largest collection of the famous F-16s Fighting Falcon and its variants. They have over 360 F-16s in active service. They also have about 30 F-35 stealth fighters that can enter foreign territory completely undetected, and they can fire targets at 160 kilometers away. Not to mention the horde of unmanned aerial vehicles like drones, which, by the way, is an Israeli invention. They have a dozen air-to-air refuelers and 24 special mission airplanes, and not to mention the entire U.S. arsenal at their beck and call. Do you want a reminder of the aerial force of Hamas? This is it. It was not a Palestinian militant rocket that destroyed Al Ahli Hospital. They don't have that arsenal. It was a US-made Israeli bomb. And I'm not even going to delve into all of the other scathing evidence that proves this claim. How when the hospital was hit, the Israelis, through their official channels, cheered the destruction of terrorists. But when the gruesome reality of civilian casualties emerged, they backtracked and they deleted the tweet. And then they blamed it on a rocket fired by the Islamic Jihad that malfunctioned.
Yo, man.
Nor am I going to detail how in their attempt to shift that blame, Israel's official account on Twitter uploaded a fake video in a tweet about the alleged rocket. But when they realized that the timestamp did not fit the story, they deleted the video. The screenshots you're seeing are screenshots that I took myself with my own phone, by the way. Nor am I going to remind you that they called the hospital 3 days in a row to tell them to evacuate. You can go listen to the press conference given by the Anglican Archbishop, Hossam Naoum, where he says he received specific warnings by phone for 3 days straight to evacuate the hospital. Just listen to him.
Like all the people of North Gaza, at least 15 hospitals received the warning, including the Arab Ahli Hospital that received warning to evacuate the hospital.
Nor the fact that the Israeli army said that they relied on Al Jazeera footage to prove that it was a PIJ missile.
They used Al Jazeera footage to allegedly confirm these claims.
But you're asking me for proof? You don't need to get proof from me. All you need to do is switch over to Al Jazeera. We broadcasted it live, and you can actually see. I got a screen capture just for you to see. This is Al Jazeera from last night.
But then Al Jazeera themselves released a short documentary completely debunking these allegations as lies. And here's a sped up version of their conclusion in that documentary.
According to all feeds and videos analyzed, this rocket was intercepted and was the last one launched from Gaza before the bombing of the hospital. As a result, Al Jazeera Digital Investigations Team found no grounds to the Israeli army claim.
Nor am I going to discuss how Israel ordered 22 hospitals to be evacuated, something that the WHO called a death sentence for patients who could not be moved. Nor am I going to discuss how on October 14th, Israel targeted ambulances and killed 28 medical staff in Gaza. But what I am going to remind you of is that the Israeli government's playbook is to lie about their crimes. From Hama massacre, have a UN refugee camp in Lebanon in 1996, or the 2006 beach massacre of an entire family, or the bombed UNRWA site, to the killing of journalist Shireen Abu Akleh. Israel always blamed someone else. Always said it wasn't them. And then human rights groups, the UN, the media always uncovered that they were lying. But no one holds them accountable. Western journalists rushed to report blood libel. This week alone, how 40 babies were beheaded by the bloodthirsty, awful, disgusting human animals, savage Palestinians, including the US president who lied about it, only to find out that there was no evidence for it, but nobody retracted it. They completely ignore Palestinian accounts of what happens on the ground, but they keep taking Israel's word as the only word to report, despite their record of lying. When Israel says that, yes, PIJ bombed Al-Ahli hospital, regardless of what kind of arsenal they may have, just ignore that fact. Sure, forget all evidence, just believe them. So before I go, I would like to leave a message to the international community, particularly to President Emmanuel Macron, President Joe Biden, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, all of the moguls behind those media corporations in the West. You are the architects of unspeakable horror. You are the embodiment of gross incompetence and sadistic cruelty. Your legacy in the history books will forever brand you as enablers of the genocide of one of the world's most impoverished, defenseless, and vulnerable populations. You have collectively turned their living into a horrifying extermination camp, offering inexplainable support to one of the most hyper-militarized and ruthless armies on the planet. Your weapons, your funding, your unwavering political support, and your lies have been instrumental in the unspeakable slaughter and devastation that we are forced to witness. This is a stain on your conscience that can never and should never be erased.
Oh,
I need to tell you something.
She said a mouthful, didn't she, boy? And like I said, she said a mouthful. And this is, and like my brother Stevie said, he was in Palestine. You would not survive like he said, you would not survive in the States because y'all not oppressed. Trust me, you're not. You may be oppressed by these fake people that's on YouTube that watch doing videos with y'all every day, lying to you and taking your lunch money, like Todd say. Because they take your lunch money. Yo, brother, it's Black Power, brother. Black Power. We ain't got nothing to do with them over there because we're Black Power, brother. We're Black Power. But everybody else, though, everybody else stands up. Everybody else is saying, yo, bro, we can't allow this to happen. I'm almost done, y'all. Okay? I'm almost finished.
Sabir.
What up?
I need
shootouts in LA last for about 30, 40 seconds.
He said
at the longest, a minute to 3 minutes if you really banging it out, and there's some real niggas out there tripping.
He's right.
In Palestine, the shootouts are 30 minutes. Do you hear me?
Man, yeah, it is. Yo, this is crazy. Y'all don't understand. Like, he's from the streets. I'm from the streets. We know this game. It ain't like being listened, dude. When you really wake up and realize where you at, you be like, wait a minute. And fake, Real recognize real people. And I'm just being real with y'all. Real recognize real people. I've been shot up so many times. I could be a rapper. I tell you this all the time. I know what motherfucking hot rocks feel like. Nigga, I got hit 5 times and I got hit with a 30-30 and a 38. So I know what they feel like. Trust me. And it's not pretty, bro. It's not pretty. And what for people to sit up here and I lost my son at 20 years old. I mean 22 years old. You follow me? So I know about losing a child, bro. And I'm looking at these babies that's being killed, and niggas say we ain't got nothing to do with that because they don't care about black people. We don't care about black people. We don't care about our own people. Because if we did, we would not allow the craziness that's going on with our people. All the shooting up in the gas stations and all. I mean, come on, bro. We don't care. And you don't see these dudes in these streets. I know what these bullets feel like, bro. I know what it feel like to lose a child, man. And I don't wish that on nobody, fam. I'm gonna be real with you. It's something that you can never get back. It ain't like losing your mother or losing your father. It's like it's different, bro. It's a different feeling. I lost my mother and lost my father. But when you lose a person through stuff like that, the gun violence, it's crazy, fam. It is so crazy. I every day of your life, I think about my son. I'm listening to Freeway the other day and Gilly the other day. Every day of your life, you think about your child. And now I know what my mother was going through when my brother got killed when I was younger. But the crazy part is we act like we really for our people. We were not for our people for real, bro. We cheerlead people when they die. We cheerlead them and boast them up. But when they was alive, you be like, nigga, I ain't mess with that nigga because they, you know, he think he all that. This is us. This is the mentality of our people. But let me show you something. Go ahead. You want to share something, Steve?
Man, I'm just chilling, eating hot Cheetos.
I hear you, but let me show you something. Listen to this, bro. This is Mandela's son. Let me see if I can find it. Listen to what Mandela's son said. If I can find it. Listen to him. He was talking about, Mandela's son was talking about this. Give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. If I can find it. What did I do with it? Did they move it? Hold up. Here you go. This is Mandela's son.
From the river to the sea, in his honor, let us not forget the last colony of Africa, Western Sahara. Let us fight to free Western Sahara from oppression. Let us also remember that Madiba said our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of Palestine. Therefore, we stand together to fight for the liberation of Palestine. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine! From the river to the sea!
Now let me show you something else. Now look at this.
Video.
Look at this.
I didn't know.
Now watch this one. Now watch this one, Stevie. And we don't even know about this place because we think it is one spot. This is Palestine too, y'all. One more second. Look.
So we're in Ramallah right now. Let me tell, first of all, y'all gotta stop just going to Jerusalem. Y'all gotta come to Ramallah because this is Palestine. We are in Palestine. You know, unfiltered. Yallah. So this right here,
Ramallah, yeah.
statue of Nelson Mandela.
Look at Mandela's statue.
Nelson Mandela, bro. Oh, we got South Africa in the building, bro. This is insane. Wow. Bro, this is insane. Bro.
So when people think it's just one part, like you said, you stayed in a refugee camp, you said?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is what real people do. We don't sit back and romanticize Africa, bro, because all of it's Africa. We don't romanticize this thing. We don't do that. Ramallah is man, I said I got to get to that spot, to Ramallah. And we think Palestine is one spot, and it's not true. So let me just show you what Ramallah is. Here it is right here, y'all. This is Ramallah. That's Ramallah, the West Bank.
Hey, Sabir.
What's up?
When I was in Tel Aviv, you know where that is?
Yeah. What about it?
That's the airport in Israel. When I put Palestine in my Google Maps, and the shit don't come up.
Wow.
Real nigga shit.
Wow.
It don't come up. It's not on the map, bro.
That's crazy. That is.
They took it off Israel.
That is crazy, bruh. That is. But look at this right here. Although the town today has Muslim majority, and Ramallah retains its title as a historically Christian Palestine. So where's all the Christians at on this, bruh? Where's all the Christians at? Well, they say we ain't got to do with Palestine. These niggas will have no balls, bruh. These entertainers and these preachers have no freaking heart, no balls whatsoever. And this is about humanity, bruh. This is about humanity. And I'm going to say this again. Everything goes directly back to the Moors. Everything goes back to the Moors. Everything. And we keep playing. The Crusades had never stopped, bruh. It never stopped. So everything goes directly back to us. And we keep playing this game.
Say it right there. It say it right there. Ramallah, West Bank, Israel.
Thank you. Right? Oh, but they don't want to see that though, brother.
Palestine.
They don't want to see that part because they only give you what they want to give you. And this is why they say who controls your thinking. And this is why Carter G. Woodson said in his book, right? He said, when you can control a man's thinking, you don't have to worry about his actions. I'm going to say this again. When you can control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about a man's actions. They control these educated Negroes, bro. They control them. And if y'all don't know who Carter G. Woodson is, I'm going to introduce y'all who he was, okay? For y'all that don't know.
They said to me,
huh?
You know what the first question you ever asked me?
I don't remember.
Yeah, what's the cheapest thing to buy?
Is a nigga and a stick of gum.
That was the first thing you ever told me came out your mouth.
Yup, a nigga and a stick of gum. And that's what it is. So this book, The Miseducation of the Negro.
Hey, stick of gum done got high these days too, that nigga cheap. That
You
stick of
stupid.
gum might hit you.
You stupid as hell. This is the education of the Negro. This is the miseducation of the Negro. So when Carter G. Woodson said, when you can control a man's thinking, you do not have to worry about his actions. And that's what's happening, right? That's Carter G. Woodson. This is Carter G. Woodson. African background outline. That's Carter G. Woodson. I know this is too thick for some of you black folks to read, but that's Carter G. Woodson also, right? This is Carter G. This is Carter G. All this is Carter G. Woodson. I know that's too thick for some of y'all to read this too, but this is Carter G. too. When you read this man's work or you read Frantz Fanon's work, believe me, you're going to start thinking totally different. I never asked anybody to follow me. That's not how I am. I tell you to free yourself and your ass probably going to follow you. So do some research on what I'm saying to y'all. Hey, Stevie, I want to thank you for coming on, man, but I am going to get off here in a minute. Yo, text me your number. So I think I still got your number. I'm not sure because my phone been acting up, man.
Yeah, man, we gonna get in touch, man, and I'll let you know about the shit on Thursday, man. Good talking to you too, bro. Free Palestine, though.
Yes, free Palestine, bro. I know them niggas scared to have that conversation. So I thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much for joining me. If again, I'm gonna give y'all the two YouTube. My main YouTube channel is just my name, Sabir Bey, Sabirbey, Sabirbey. Go check out the website. I do have my classes up. They have 8 classes. If y'all want to purchase any of the classes, they're $125. $125 of the classes. If you want the King Alfred's plan, is about $80. If you want me to, I can scan it to you, send it to you. But my main page is Sabir Bey. They took it down for a minute, but you can join before 1492. Yeah, this Thursday he said. So he gonna send me the information. So before 1492 is the new page for right now. Before 1492. Shout out to my sister Tiffany and Blunty out there in France, B. Before 1492, or you can go to this page for right now at this moment. But if you want to support, you can donate Cash App, PayPal. If you want to PayPal me for the book, the Rex 84, you can. Again, free Palestine, man. I thank y'all so much. And shout out to my brother Stevie J. Like I told y'all, these two dudes was gangbangers. And for Sabir Bey to come into a barbershop and bring my brothers together, I must be doing something right. So I thank y'all so much. Share it out. Gotta go. Hold up. Hit me on my Twitter. Please tweet this out. Real Sabir Bey. Real Sabir. Sabirbey. Real Sabir Bey. Tweet it out.
Yeah. It's that real this time around.
You could have came on the feed. You still get you want to come on the feed? Let's go. Come on.
Revolutionary Volume 2.
Hit the link.
It's on now, motherfucker.
Thank you for joining though.
Lock and load. This is the point of no return. I can never go back. Life without parole, upstate, shackled and trapped. Living in the hole, looking at the world through a crack. But fuck that. I'd rather shoot it out and get clapped. I've gone too far, there ain't no coming back for me. Auschwitz gas chamber full of Zyklon B. Just like the Spanish exterminating Tainos, raping the black and Indian women, creating Latinos. Motherfuckers made me out of self-righteous hatred, and now you got yourself a virus stuck in the matrix, a suicide bomber strapped and ready to blow, lethal injection strapped down, ready to go. Don't you understand? They'll never let me live out in peace. Concrete jungle, guerrilla war out in the streets. Nat Turner with the sickle, pitchfork and machete, the end of the world. Motherfucker, you not ready. This is the point of no return, and nobody can stop it. Malcolm Little when he knelt before Elijah Muhammad, the comet that killed the dinosaurs, changing the earth. They love to criticize, they always say I changed for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple for the worse. Like prescription pills when you misusing them, nigga. The Templar Knights when they took Jerusalem, nigga, and figured out what was buried under Solomon's temple, Al-Aqsa. The name is not coincidental. I know too much. The government is trying to murder me. No coming back like cutting your wrists open vertically. How could the serpent be purposely put in charge of the country? Genetic engineered sickness spread amongst me. My people are so hungry that they attack without reason, like a fucking dog ripping off the hand that feeds them. Immortal technique is treason to the Patriot Act. So come and get me, motherfucker, cause I'm not coming back. This is the point from which I can never return, and if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat, cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before, cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore. This is the point of no return, nigga. You better believe this. Mary Magdalene giving birth to the children of Jesus. The evolution of the world, bloody and dramatic. Human beings killing monkeys to conquer the planet. The kingdoms of Africa and Mesopotamia. Machine gun your body with depleted uranium. This is the age of microchips and titanium. The dark side of the moon, in contact with aliens. I started out like Australians, criminal-minded, broke into hell, tore it down and built a city behind it. Southpaw, murderous methodology, nigga. Remember that I'm just a man, don't follow me, nigga. Cause once you pass the point, you can never go home. You gotta face the possibility of dying alone. So tell me, motherfucker, how could you die for the throne when you don't even got the fucking heart to die for your own? It rains acid, one day the earth will cry from a stone, and you'll be looking at the world living inside of a dome. Computerized humanity living inside of a clone. This is the place where the unknown is living and real. Wormwood, the planet X, and the seventh seal. Universal truth is not measured in mass appeal. This is the last time that I kneel and pray to the sky, cause almost everything that I was ever told was a lie. This is the point from which I can never return, and if I back down now, then forever I burn. This is the point from which I can never retreat, cause if I turn back now, there can never be peace. This is the point from which I will die, succeed, live in the struggle. I know I'm alive when I bleed. From now on, it can never be the same as before, cause the place that I'm from doesn't exist anymore.
Nowhere on YouTube you're going to get it like this. I thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful evening on purpose. Shout out to my brother Kenny in the building. What up, fam? I gotta go, but share it out on Twitter. Okay, peace.